go through in round 2. So what was the difference? Scott, you had participated in both, and you kind of filled in Todd because Todd was working on different parts of the business at that time. But did more things align with more leaders? Like, how was it a little different going through that?
Yeah, it was different for a couple reasons. One, like we had already established this is what we're doing. It wasn't new for all of us. And we got to bring in additional leaders and explain why we're bringing you in. We were able to probably handle that a little bit better. For me personally, it was nice because there's a lot of stuff packed into that 10 weeks. And we were going through and kind of scrambling like, oh yeah, we need to do that, and we need to do a better job of this, and we need to do a better job of this. And there's a lot of things that we went through and implemented and put process in place as we were going through it. But it was nice to be able to come back in a second time through it and say, okay, yeah, that was something that we meant to do, but we didn't, or we didn't spend enough time on. I can come back to that, or something we can go back through and like augment or like kind of like perfect. Mm-hmm. So that was great. And I don't know if I told you this, but like I probably even went through it a third and fourth time because you left it open.
That's okay.
At least on some of those, the modules. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of the beauty. You do get access to it after the 10 weeks. Yeah.
I think I was able to kind of like facilitate some more offline conversations as we were going through this. Probably a little bit better than what I would have that first time when Todd and I are just like, these are all great ideas. We need to start implementing these, versus like I think we started having more like conversations after the meetings.
The meeting after the meeting?
The meeting after the meeting, yeah. It's the after party.
Yeah. I wasn't invited to it. It's okay. That's okay. So how do your initial wins help create a new vision for the company?
I think we kind of realized that we didn't have a vision, at least one that we were talking about, on a regular basis. And I think we were really just like, hey, let's just grow as fast as we can. Let's beat the competition. Let's do a good job, rah. And I think after that, you and I sat down and we talked about like what's going to be our goal. What are we shooting for, and why is that important?
What do these mean, right? Like, what does this mean compared to a competition? What does this mean towards, your area? What does this allow us to accomplish, as a company in a region, and so on and so forth. So yeah, a lot of what our competition does, it doesn't really affect us, or we want to go down that path because it's not where we want to be, like we're in a different almost industry than they are because of what their focus is versus what our focus is.
Mm-hmm. And that's not a condescending thing. So if your competition's like watching this video, I'm just like picturing them being like, they think they're better. It's not about that. It's just, you have to be really confident in what you're doing and where you're going. And yeah, you pay attention to industry trends. It's not like you don't look at competition, but you're just focused and everyone's bought in.